Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah, we are going to learn about Surah Lahab. That's the 111th chapter of the Quran. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Tabbat yada abi lahabi wa tab ma agna anhu maluhu wa ma kasab sayasla naran zata lahab wa imra'atuhu hammalatal hatab fi jidiha hablum min masad. Perished the hands of Abu Lahab, and perished he. His wealth and whatever he has accumulated has not availed him. Very soon he will be cast into the blazing flame. So as his wife, the carrier of firewood. On her neck will be a twisted rope of palm fiber. Let's learn a little bit about the context. Allah says in Surah Ash-Shu'ara, وَأَنذِرْ عَشِيرَتَكَ الْأَقْرَبِينَ. Warn the people of your tribe and the ones that are close to you. After this ayah has been revealed, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam climbed up on Mount Safa and called upon Quraysh, saying, "Wa sabahahu," which means, "Oh, the danger that has come upon in the morning, or the trouble that has come upon in the morning, or the enemy that has attacked in the morning." There is another narration in which he says, "Ya Abdul Manaf, ya Abdul Muttalib," calling them by different tribes. That's also a way of. These are the two ways where Quraysh used to express urgency on something that's mission critical. And everyone gathered around Mount Safa, and they were wondering what's going on. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam addressed them and said, "Ya Quraysh, if I tell you that the enemy is on the other side of this mountain and they can attack you at any moment, would you believe me?" They said, "Bala, yeah, of course, we will believe you." So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "I warn you of a punishment from Allah that can fall upon you at any moment because of your shirk and kufr." Among the attendees there was Abu Lahab, his uncle, and he said, "Tabbalak, alihaza jamatana? May you be destroyed. Is this what you have gathered us for?" Upon this, and he almost attempted to throw a stone at Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, at which point this Surah Lahab was revealed. This narration can be found in Bukhari 4971 and 4972 and Muslim 208. Let's learn about Abu Lahab a little bit. His real name is actually Abdul Uzza. He was one of the sons of Abdul Muttalib, the uncle of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Having a golden color complexion, he was called Abu Lahab. Lahab literally means flame. The golden or orangish hue of a flame when it burns fiercely. That's called Lahab. And that's why he was called Abu Lahab. And in the Quran, he is not addressed by his real name, which is Abdul Uzza, because Allah is not going to address someone by a name that has shirk in it. He was one of the enemies of Islam and of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the type of which that Rasul sallallahu, wherever Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam would go, he would follow him, and he would try to intercept his message or dismiss his message. So there is a narration by Rabia ibn Abbad saying, in the days of ignorance, I was with my father. In the days of ignorance, I was in the market of Zul Mazaj, and I saw Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam calling upon the people, "O mankind, say la ilaha illallah, you will be successful." And I saw people were gathering around him, and from there was a person behind him of golden complexion and twisted eyes. He would shout out, "This guy is a leaver of religion. This guy is a liar." And like he would go wherever Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam went, and he would do the same thing. And so I asked the people, who is this guy? They said it's his uncle, Abu Lahab. Musnad Ahmad 4,341. There is another narration by the same Rabbi, Rabia ibn Abbad, who says, I was with my father, and I could see that where Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was going to different tribes and addressing them, oh, so-and-so tribe, oh, sons of so-and-so, I am a messenger of Allah sent to you, and I command you that you worship Allah and Allah alone without associating any partners with Him. And I also ask you that you accept the truth and help me protect the truth. And so I can accomplish what I have been sent from Allah, so I can accomplish what the mission that I have been given by Allah. And whenever he would finish, there would be a guy from behind. He would say, oh, so-and-so, oh, tribe of so-and-so, oh, sons of so-and-so, this guy is trying to separate you from Lat and Uzza. He has started a new word. He is calling you to misguidance. So do not listen to him, nor do you follow him. So I asked my father, who is this guy? He said, this is his uncle, Abu Lahab. Musnad Ahmad 3,492. It can also be found on Fathul Qadir and Ibn Kathir. Yad, let's look at the word yad. Tabbat yada. So yad. Yad means hand. So in Surah Mulk we find Tabarakallazi bi adihil mulk. Blessed is the one in whose hand the dominion or the kingdom. So the destruction of hand metaphorically also means destroying someone's mission. So in literature, breaking someone's hand, it literally means destroying someone's mission or what he was trying to do. And Abu Lahab was the kind that he would put in all his efforts, might, resources, wealth, and connections to harm Islam and to harm Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And destruction, like his mission ultimately went in vain when his daughter Darra migrated to Medina, and after the conquest of Mecca, two of his sons, Utbah and Muattab, came to Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, accepted Islam and gave the bay'ah, Ruhul Amin. In the Battle of Badr, there was most of the leaders of Quraysh attended, but Abu Lahab wasn't one of them. But he did put up his resources, but he did not survive even after 7 days after the Battle of Badr. Let's look at the word kasab. Kasab in the second ayah. Kasab means something that you earn, that's something that you make. Rasul Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anhu says, Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, whatever a man eats, among them is the best one that he earns by himself. And that is more pure and more halal. And his children are also something that he has earned. So that's why eating from your children's earning is something is considered your earning as well, because you have given birth to them. Qurtubi and Ibn Kathir. And whatever all the resources and wealth of Abu Lahab, you have to know that Abu Lahab was the trustee of Baitullah. So whatever donations and charity would come for Kaaba, he would be a trustee of it. And he used to steal, so he was filthy rich, and he used up all his money, resources, and connections to harm Islam. And whatever, and he thought his earnings, his connections will be able to help him, which did not. Sayasla naran zat al-lahab. Very soon he will be casted into the blaze. You see, there is Lahab, and his name is also Lahab. So it means the blazing flame, and there is a like beautification of language by which it's been used. Abu Lahab is going to be thrown in Lahab. And وَامْرَأَتُهُ حَمَّالَةَ الْحَطَبِ, and his wife as well, the carrier of firewood. Let's talk about the wife of Abu Lahab. Her name was Arwa. She was the sister of Abu Sufyan and the daughter of Harb. So she is literally Arwa ibn Harb, Arwa bint Harb ibn Umayyad. Her kunya was Jamil. Just like her husband Abu Lahab, she was a fierce enemy of Islam. When she heard that a surah has been revealed in the insult of her and her husband, like she hated Islam, and whatever she could do, she would try to do whatever she can to harm Islam and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One day, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sitting with Abu Bakr in front of Kaaba, and Abu Bakr could see that Arwa was coming from afar. And he said to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that, if you could move away, like this woman would not be able to harm you. And Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, I will be protected. So Jamil came to Abu Bakr and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but she started talking to Abu Bakr, saying, Oh Abu Bakr, your friend has created poetry in our insult. Abu Bakr said, by the master, by the Rabb of this house, which is Kaaba, he has not created poetry, nor it will come from him. And Jamil said, you have said the truth, and she left. And Abu Bakr was sitting beside Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he said, Ya Rasulullah, didn't she see you? And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, an angel hid me from her. She was not able to see me. This is in Musnad Abi Yala 252358 and Musnad Bazzar 294, and also found in Ibn Kathir. Now let's say why she is called the carrier of firewood. This can also be a scenario and also an insult as well. Abu Lahab, being the trustee, like these two individuals are elite in Quraysh, and calling someone elite and noble as carrier of firewood, which is the lowest profession. Being the noble is the highest profession, and like carrying something from the streets and from the forest is one of the lowest professions. And calling her by that is an insult that Allah mentioned her in the Quran. There's also it can also mean that she will, just like she helped her husband do like not good things on this earth, she will be helping her husband to burn more and more in the fire. So she may have to carry the fuel of fire or woods from the fire from inside Jahannam, and she will be making sure that the fire in which her husband is burnt burns fiercely. And there is also a narration in which she would go to the woods and find branches with thorns in it, and she would put it in the path of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so it would harm him. That's for this ayah. Let's go to the last one. Fi jidiha hablum min masad. Let's talk about the word jid. Jid means neck. So Jamil, being the elite as she was, she would wear a very expensive necklace. And she would used to say, call out that, okay, very soon I'm going to sell out this necklace and put all the money that it brings into the mission of harming Muhammad and his followers, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And it only rhymes that, like, because she would feel so proud of what she was wearing on her neck, she will be made to wear the shackle, or something that wraps around her neck to compensate for that. And let's look at the word masad. Masad means a couple of things. One, it can be a rope that is very tightly twisted, so it has the tension is very well distributed, so it doesn't break. It also means a rope that is made from the fibers of a palm leaf. They are when you twist a rope with palm leaf fibers, it's very strong. At the same time, it's very rough. So if you put that someone's neck, the skin will come off. And masad also means an iron collar or iron chain as well. And this can also mean that Qurtubi, according to Mujahid rahimahullah, it may be a rope that is made from iron wires that turned into a rope. And some of the Mufassir says it will be made, she will be hanged from her neck on the fire, and she will be with it, she will be dipped into the flame, and she will be brought back up and dipped again and brought back up, and so on and so forth. So if you notice one thing about this chapter is every ayah or scenario relates to something. So Abu Lahab tried to throw a stone, so Allah said, may his hand be destroyed. He would use up all his connections, wealth, children, everything to harm Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah said none of that availed him. And very soon he will be made to, he will meet his, get his compensation, which is Abu Lahab getting into Lahab. And so his wife, the carrier of firewood, the way she helped her husband, do no good, she will help her husband burn more. And on her neck, which is, she was proud of so much that she would brag that this is, she will use the resources of this necklace to, that comes from this necklace to harm Islam. And, masad will be put on her neck instead of this expensive chain. So that's all for Surah Lahab. I hope you have gotten something out of it. May Allah keep us on the right path. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik.